For 20 years, after the assassins defeated the Templars in London, the city enjoyed a certain peace. Until the Autumn of Terror. In 1888, London is plunged into shadow and fear by a series of gruesome and unsolvable murders. The brothels of Whitechapel seem warm and safe by comparison to its streets, where prostitutes are being mutilated and left on grotesque display for the world to ogle. Jacob Fry hunts the elusive killer to bring an end to the terror of Jack the Ripper.
Get a move on, Mr. Finch. This is the story of a lifetime.
Mr. Weaversbrook, I know you have more of the Ripper's letters.
I told you to stay away from me.
Stop publishing his letters. You've turned an unknown miscreant into a legend, and that's exactly what he wants.
Jacob! Thank God I found you. It's the Ripper. He's done it again. Katie! Oh, he can't. No, he can't have. And Lizzie. Not both. Not in one night.
Nellie, remember what I said. Now go.
How many more assassins must die before you see the truth?
Only one more, Jack.
You should have believed, Jacob. Now, I will hunt you down.
I know you're there, Jack. The Master of Terror's afraid to show himself, is he?
I am your shadow, Jacob. I will gut every last one of them if that's the quickest way to you.
Let's be done with this!
Run all you like, Jacob. I will catch you. I need only follow your scent. The scent of a wounded animal. There is nowhere you can hide from me.
Someone just ran past saying there's a killer on his tail.
See, favorite DLC of all. Oh, that's really good to know. This was on sale on the PlayStation Store right now. The season pass was on there for like $8, I think, something like that. And I'm not a person who goes for season passes or anything, but if it's like super cheap or something and the content I think is worth exploring, then I'll definitely look into it. So yeah, this was definitely one that I had been wanting to try out, but I was never going to pay like a whole lot for it or anything like that. So, but speaking of Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed Odyssey has some really good DLC as well as Origins as well. So yeah, I think it's $8 or $9. It's between $7 and $9. I forgot exactly what the price was. So no. Okay. Yeah, just leave it in the crock pot. I'll get in a little bit.
6 o'clock, we're starting World War Z.
Oh, 6 o'clock, we're starting World War Z. Okay, so in that case, I'll probably be streaming this for about an hour, and then I'll go to World War Z. But yeah, dude, definitely check out Assassin's Creed. Actually, I think they might have it on sale right now, but I think it's like with the game or something. I don't know what the price is. I have no idea, but I think it's like with the DLC, the season pass, and everything all together, I think. So definitely something to look into. React to terror, calm, anxious, frightened. Anxious, frightened. Yeah, Origins was great. I really liked Origins for sure. Origins and Odyssey are honestly my two favorite Assassin's Creed games because I'm so into open world games. I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen with Valhalla. And Origins was awesome, and Odyssey just built upon that, I think. So it's almost like it was Origins 2.0, I guess you could say, I suppose. But yeah, I love Origins. I also got the season pass on sale for Origins like a few months ago, and I did the same for Odyssey as well. They were like half price, like $20 a piece. So I was like, well, hell, 50% off is better than full price at $40. That's for daggum sure. And knowing what I was getting, I knew I was going to get my money's worth, and I did. There was still some stuff I didn't even do in the DLCs, so that gives me a reason to go back to them. Can affect fear, death, scream, spikes. Jesus. What the hell? What? Wow. They just pin sons of bitches to the ground.
Stop! You want me, Jack? Come and kill me! This is not our way.
This is my creed.
I gotta fight the person I was playing as in the main game. Or one of them, anyways.
You cannot escape me.
Oh, Jakey. Where are you, Jakey? Come here, little Jakey Jake. Well, I'll be a son of a bitch.
Back to your hole, little mouse.
For now. Yeah, I heard a lot about Black Flag. Everybody really does praise too, especially with Ezio. I really did like the series of 2, or the trilogy, I guess you could say, of 2, with 2 in Brotherhood and Revelations. But I liked Black Flag when I first played it. I couldn't really get into it because of the whole naval aspect, and then I kind of got into it and got farther than I did before, but I just haven't gone back to it again, and a friend was telling me about some glitches and things that I could try to exploit, but they might have patched that by now. Yeah, Brotherhood was definitely great. And I also ended up getting the season pass for Deus Ex Mankind Divided for like $3. So.
Only you know who the Ripper is, but you can't tell a living soul because it would destroy you and the assassins. No, 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 no! Jack, we can fix you. Fix me? I am the solution.
Yeah, I think that's one of the main things that really brought people to the forefront of Assassin's Creed even more, was dealing with the naval aspect. A lot of people liked it. I understand you're steering a ship and whatnot, but the controls just they get to me, especially in Odyssey too. It's the same way in Odyssey. Like, I don't know, it's like you get crowded up by a bunch of ships and you just get pretty much beaten to the ground. Well, down to the ocean floor, not necessarily the ground. Well, I guess that's the ground, but anyways. But yeah, I don't know. It's okay as long as you don't get surrounded, and then you're trying to get away, and everybody's slamming into each other like it's some massive wooden ship orgy or something like that, and it's just.
Inspector Abberline.
Actually, we have We Happy Few, and I started playing it, but I haven't gone back to it. Same goes for Tanya as well. She started playing it. I think she's probably farther in it than I am.
What's the Ripper to do with me? My brother has had me summoned here from India. Can't this wait?
As far as I know, you may be the last assassin in London.
What do you mean? Where's Jacob?
I wish I knew. Your brother is nowhere to be found, even as an elusive shadow is committing the most hideous crimes the city has ever seen.
And you believe this is no coincidence?
The killer is selective and dispassionate and has left not a single trace of his passage. I've seen such a talent for assassination and avoiding detection only once before, when I worked with the two of you. And that is why your brother summoned you before he disappeared.
You think Jacob is dead?
I dare not believe it. But if he is, you may be the only person who can stop the Ripper now. Follow me.
Boy, when they were talking about this took place well after the main game, they weren't kidding. Evie looks old. I thought it was just a few years, but it seems like it's farther than that.
I'll take you to the site where the Ripper first struck. The journalists always seem to get the word first. We get there, they've trampled the evidence, and the next day's headlines are dripping with blood.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go back and play it for sure. I liked what I played of it so far.
That even my best constables are afraid to patrol Whitechapel at night. Let's take a carriage, shall we? I'd rather not get egg on my face again today.
I'll drive.
Matter of fact, I think there's like a few missions that I haven't done in Syndicate, but I have beaten the main story. I've done whatever side stuff I felt like doing.
The poor are living on the living, fighting to survive each day. Reporters share a view of Whitechapel as a lair of savages, monsters, and werewolves who hold honest citizens in a state of terror.
The Ripper's terror. Easy. Easy.
Yeah, she's dead. I wonder how old she is in this.
Mary Ann Nichols was murdered. I knew her as Polly, and that's what her friends called her.
Oh, dang, I'm following the wrong guy. You all look the same! Quit wearing the same shit! Put some color in your diet, for God's sakes.
I was hoping you could tell me. Go see for yourself.
If the frickin' ancient Egyptians can do it, and the frickin' ancient Greeks can do it in this series, then by God Almighty, you people in England can do it. But anyways, I digress on that matter.
This is where the Ripper committed his first murder. Was Miss Nichols' body identified?
Her husband hadn't seen her in 11 years. He barely glanced at the poor, mutilated woman before he had the gall to forgive her for what she'd done to him. The press reported widely that Miss Nichols' finger bore the mark of a ring. It was forcibly removed, and the same is true for his other victims.
Things persist. Oh, I forgot about that it would do that. I hadn't played this in a while since I beat the story. Oh, I could just leave that on.
What did you discover?
Give me a moment.
I'm still looking for shit. Generate the trajectory to move it around. What? Oh, okay. Here? Ah! Did they do that in the main game with that trajectory? I can't even remember if they did or not.
I found Miss Nichols' ring. An assassin's ring. She must have tossed it away during the struggle. A desperate act to protect the Brotherhood. You think they were targeted?
Yes, and the newspapers are accusing the police, me, of letting the first city of the world lapse into primeval savagery. I'll take my leave, Miss Fry. I have other business in Whitechapel.
Good day, Inspector. Thank you for your discretion.
Okie dokie pokey. Bounty hunts. Close to fight, close card of justice available.
I'll need to tackle Jack's influence over the gangs in London.
I also found out that apparently you aren't free roaming in this. There's just like a certain borough or something that you're running around in, a certain section of the city. Which actually, to be honest, I kind of like. Really? Try again. Anyways, okay, we're off. Whoa! That's right. Don't fuck with the Evie, because the Evie fucks back. That didn't sound right, but okay. Yeah, I've beaten Syndicate, yeah. There's like a few like post-game stuff, I think, that you can do like after the main story is done, or maybe like the full main story is done after you finish the post-game stuff. I can't remember. I don't even know if I was even in like a side quest or something, because as soon as I fired this back up again, I was in a mission, and I'm like, well, what the heck is this? So I just quit the mission because I wanted to get to this. Okay. What do you think?
Nothing
Yeah, it kind of really focuses it down to just mainly focus on the story itself of Jack the Ripper instead of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and take out this assassin stronghold. I think they had those in this one. While Jack runs rampant and kills all the whores on the streets. I wish I had mad hops like that. That would be amazing. I would probably blow my back out and then throw my legs off, and that wouldn't work. So, free run down. Wait a minute. I wonder if I can change her outfit in this, because I had like all the other where was it? I might not be able to. No, I didn't think so. Colors, no color. I ain't doing that. Firearms. It's probably all the same. It doesn't carry over. That's amazing. That looks awesome. Anyways. Barely get through the driveway. Entry point. So I'm going to go through the roof, or just go through the entry point here. Okay. Move. Move. Move! Shove your ass out of the way. Evie begins investigating. What level was I in this? I can't even remember. Oh, I am level 10. Maybe they start you out at level 10, or maybe I was already 10 when I started. I don't know. Anyways.
Inspector? The inquest mentions that Miss Nichols made quite a spectacle of her drunkenness on the night of her murder.
Oopsie.
Do you think Jacob may have put her up to it?
Bait, you mean? I don't know what to think anymore, Miss Fry. Jacob kept lodgings nearby, right in the heart of this cesspool. Be careful.
I will not fail you.
Well. I actually had looked online to see of a few different playthroughs that people had done, and this particular DLC, I think people were finishing anywhere between 2 to 3 hours. I mean, times always vary with people. And knowing how I am with games, knowing how I try to look at every little thing that I can sometimes, probably would end up lasting me a little longer than that, but I reckon we'll see. I know I'm not going to finish it in this whole stream, if that's the case, considering we're going to be doing World War Z in a little while. But, at least try to get some of it in. Then maybe I'll go back again and stream it this evening. I didn't even know that was going to happen, but okay. I was not paying attention. I'm trying to get used to how things were in this game, considering I haven't played it in so long, and it's feels a little bit different than from, you know, what I've usually known it to be in the open world games, because those have been the main ones that I'd played a whole lot of, which I actually had thought about going back to both of those again and trying to do stuff that I hadn't done before, just for the simple fact of seeing what other type of chaos I could rouse up, on top of the fact of see what type of trophies I could probably nab up from them. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. Anytime that it ever deals with DLC or season passes or anything like that, which I already talked about the content thing, but price is obviously the main deal and if the content is there for it and the price seems worth it, which I'll aim to get it as cheap as I can. But I mean, even then, sometimes depending on the price, sometimes it seems like the content isn't really worth it. You know, it kind of really depends. But the original price for this thing, just for the season pass itself, I saw, I think it was like $30 friggin'. I'm like, there ain't a snowball's chance in hell. The OG Batman Arkham. Well, yeah, actually, I've got the Arkham collection on PS4, which I used to have the first one on PS3. And I've also got Arkham Knight as well, which I got that on a sale or something a couple years ago, I think, on PSN. I don't have the physical version of it, which I'd been thinking about possibly looking into getting the season pass for Arkham Knight, which I think is like $6, I think. And there's an assload of stuff in that season pass from what I've heard and seen. So I may end up re-downloading Arkham Knight and get the season pass for $6. I think it's $6. It's really cheap though, I know that much. So
a letter.
Grand work, the last one. I'll give the lady no time to squeal. How can they catch me now? I love my work and I start again. You'll see here. I saved some of the propagate stuff in a ginger beer bottle from the last job to write with. But it went thick like glue, and I can't use it. Ready is fitting my way. Ah.
The newspapers printed this letter 3 days before Miss Stride and Miss Eddowes were murdered.
yeah, from what I've been hearing, it seems like it surely is. Which, I don't know how far I got into Asylum. I really can't remember. But it's strange that, knowing the types of games that those are, I haven't really put more time into them than I had. So I'm definitely, that's definitely going to be something I'm going to have to rectify.
I hope it's not yours, brother.
Which actually sometimes when I'm going into a backlog, when I'm not really playing anything new, I'll go and I'll look at games that would be grabbing my interest in my collection at that point in time, and I'll set them out and then look through them and see what I might want to play for that specific day. And that's actually one of the games, or two of the games I guess you could say, considering it's the collection sitting out right now. Before I knew about the season pass for Arkham Knight going on sale.
There must be something more.
I really love the text they put over that.
Weapons of intimidation, much like those we learned to use with our Indian brothers.
You know what was crazy about this? When I ended up getting this season pass and the other season pass, I don't know what was up, man, but like I got them and they either say that you already purchased them or you download them or whatever, and it wasn't showing me that. As soon as I did it, it's like, oh, an error has occurred. I'm like, well, you better give me a friggin' refund, or you better give me a way to go and download this stuff. So I went to go check, and it wasn't downloading or nothing, and I was like, maybe I need to install the games. So I actually checked first and foremost with Sony's website, because I was going to talk to somebody about it, and they aren't available right now, which is strange. They're available on weekends and during the week, like at different times during their Pacific time, but I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just wait a day and see how it does and see if I can access it. And surely enough, I went in and restored my licenses, which I had actually already installed the games and went and checked, and then I went to go and look on my system, and my system showed that I did actually have them for the services that I had. They were there and were available. And I was like, okay, maybe I just got to install the game. So I installed the games, checked them out. And surely enough, they were there, but like a few things didn't download. So I went to go check that. I went to go access that, all that other stuff. It was just a clusterfuck, man, with trying to deal with it. I've never dealt with season passes that would act that way before. I mean, anytime I get them, I just get them and they're activated, or you download them. It's one or the other, and it's just already there. But it was telling me, oh, it's not available to download. Oh, an error has occurred. I'm like, that's never happened before, so I don't know what the piss was up. And now I go back to see if I can download it or access it, and it ends up showing that, oh, it's not available for purchase. I'm like, I already purchased it. Now you're telling me it's not available for purchase? I don't know what in the world's up with Sony. Sony's store is drunk today or something, on drugs. I don't know. Anyways.
The last time Henry, my brother, and I were together was in India. 15 years ago. When the photograph was taken, we stood facing a temple of Kali. And that's one of the boys Jacob brought to train with the Brotherhood. What did we call him? Jack the Lad. Reckless and roguish. Much like my brother.
Huh. Fancy the fact of them also being in India, and there is a game, the side-scrolling game set in India that's there, so I wonder if that also has some connection with this. Everything's connected!
What am I not seeing? I've got it, Jacob.
Kali the Destroyer. I gave this to you on your last visit to India.
There's a woman who can help. Unfortunately, she'll remind you of our childhood neighbor. If the
Unfortunately? What is Jacob trying to say? We loved old Nellie.
She's got to be in like her late 40s or early 50s.
You'd be referring to an unfortunate woman.
Nellie may be in the brothel nearest Jacob's lodgings. I'll start there.
And she's still able to jump like a friggin' gazelle through the fields of reeds or fields of grass and stuff, hay, corn, tobacco, whatever. Aw, they're outside. Are they waiting for me? I'm gonna stab them into tuchus. Evie fear tools. She uses fear too. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I mean, that's one reason. That's another reason why I've been so wary of stuff like that and certain prices being paid with it acting that way. One of the good things, though, that I've really noticed is that now, especially on Sony's website, it says that, excuse me, it says that you can get a refund for, like, I believe it's pre-ordered stuff or anything that you haven't downloaded yet or haven't used or anything like that. Beforehand, it actually wasn't like that from what I know. I remember one time I ended up pre-ordering a digital game which was stupid as hell. I don't know why I did that. I think I did it because I think there was like something extra that was given with the pre-order, which you know they're going to probably end up having it for sale a few months down the line anyways. But I thought about it after I did. I'm like, I don't know why the hell I did that. But anyways, so it was, I think it was called Sword Coast Legends, which was one of those overhead isometric action RPGs set in the Dungeons & Dragons universe, which it's kind of a broken game, really. I don't know how far I got into it, but there was things that I was running into that just irked the shit out of me, and I felt like I couldn't progress. And it was like the game was set at a certain price on their website or on the PlayStation Store, and then it was announced. They ended up sending me a message telling me that the price had changed. So I'm like, okay, the price has changed, then you people owe me a refund of this money that you've already taken out of whatever it was that isn't on that price. So like, I think it was like $20 or something at release, but it was priced, I think, at $40 or something like that, I think, when it first came out. And I got in contact with Sony about it, discussed everything with them, and talked to them about it, and they ended up telling me, they said, well, as a gesture of goodwill, we're going to go ahead and refund you this. I'm like, gesture of goodwill, my ass. Those motherfuckers ended up going and changing the price. They changed the price. I didn't change the price. I didn't know anything about it till after the fact. So you need to do good on your word and refund me my friggin' money that isn't even going towards the friggin' product. So, the gesture of goodwill, no, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. They changed it at the last moment, and I did this beforehand and didn't know about it. Anyways, but yeah, Path of Exile. Speaking of which, I've been wanting to go back to that. I actually been talking to a guy that I work with about that too, and we were trying to see if we could get something going with playing it with one another at some point. I haven't gone back to it in a while. Indian Assassin's Fear Tools. Evie's tools are non-lethal. Well, that makes sense. Let's see. Hold L2.
This bomb will strike fear in their hearts.
Yes, let's run right into it. I guess that's what we were supposed to do. Wow, that was great. I don't know what the hell just happened. What? I'm stabbing stuff everywhere.
Has news of you and can lead me to the Ripper.
She's walking right along the edge, her fat ass.
Then he is our Ripper. I must catch him.
So apparently they had something to do with Jack the Ripper when they got him from India. I wonder how much this is true or if it's just historical fiction. Elder Scrolls Online, yeah, I have Elder Scrolls Online. As a matter of fact, I ended up getting one of their collector's editions for like $60 or something of, what was it called, Somerset, with the statue and all that other stuff. I think it was like for 50, 60, something like that, but it was one of their collector's editions. And I know it doesn't make any sense to really get like a physical edition of an online game, but with the stuff that was coming with it, I'm like, hell, why not? And I think it came with like the other expansions too, but I've got like Elder Scrolls Online, I've got the Oblivion, I've got the Morrowind expansion, the Somerset expansion, and I guess like whatever else they put into it. I don't have like a subscription to ESO or anything like that, you know, where they give you all access to all the other stuff, but I've been meaning to actually want to go back and play that again, and I want to try to get the other expansions when they go on decent sales. Yeah, it's definitely a fun game for sure, but you'll find out that you'll end up coming to, I mean, knowing it's an MMO, you'll find out that you'll end up coming to spots where you're going to need a party to go through them, like certain missions and dungeons and things like that, which I think that was one of the things that kind of got to me, was because I couldn't really find anybody to really play with besides... I don't know what the problem was. I couldn't really get into finding parties that would really work out for me to take on those certain dungeons, so I just kind of stopped. So, but I've been meaning to want to go back to it again, especially since I've gotten games now that I've been wanting to utilize the multiplayer on, so it gives me more of a reason to get PS Plus that I haven't had in forever and a day.
Have you seen Nellie today?
What do you want with Lily?
Yeah, I've only got a couple of them. I don't know if they've added other ones in since then. I have no idea. I just know those two are the ones that I've gotten. And I guess whatever they release for free with the game, I suppose.
I need to find Nellie before something bad happens to her. Where did they go? Nellie is in grave danger.
Oh my. You know, I was talking about open world. All the Assassin's Creed games are open world. I don't know why I said only Origins and Odyssey was like that. I guess the way that it's handled in those two games, to me,
There's the carriage. Nellie must be inside the building. Nellie is in there somewhere. No doubt closely guarded and in mortal danger.
All of you die, I don't care. Okay, we're not playing magical windows here. Or magical windows. Musical windows. Alrighty, man. Check you later. But yeah, I'll let you know if I want to get around to playing it. Yeah, I reckon I should go ahead and get off of here with this stream and start up the other one. Let's see. It's alright, it auto saves. I'll just start back later.